Hi, this is Travis Klavohn, Republican candidate for State Senate 38 in Georgia. Now, this is a video response to someone who posted on Facebook that Republicans don't know how to get their hands dirty and don't know how to dig a ditch. Funny you should mention that, because my first job before I was in business was in construction, and my very first job was as a laborer digging ditches. Of course, we called it footings for concrete pads, and that's what I did for a concrete crew. But eventually, some of the guys on the crew took pity on me and took me in as an apprentice for carpentry. And it was carpentry, my first trade that I learned, that got me through undergraduate university with no debt. Now I want to show you some of my work here. This is Bluefin. This is a boat that I designed and built myself from hand, taken from photographs from Thames River in England, but also the New England area of the Americas. The design I copied, really re-engineered from historical photographs. The original boats would have been built using lapstrake and solid planks. I did this with strip cedar. The wood is Western red cedar, which you can buy at Home Depot. I milled it all myself. I don't buy the pre-milled wood. I think that's kind of a waste, so I do it myself. All the design that's all 100% mine. All the boards, the layout of the boards. This is a one-of-a-kind hand-built boat. The interior, you can see it's not painted. That's just natural Western red cedar finished in epoxy and fiberglass. The railing is made of Douglas fir. Then there are certain components like this swivel here, which is made out of solid mahogany. The oars, those are not store-bought oars. You can't buy handmade oars like this that are this long. The shipping is just cost prohibitive. So if you're a boat builder like me, you build them yourself. So this is hand-hewn from ash and mahogany. The blade is mahogany and the lighter color wood is ash. It's very tough wood. That's the original kind of design and building methods that were used 100 years ago. Now you can see the mast here. This is a sailing boat, mostly made for rowing, but it's the mast can be stepped so that you can sail it as well. You'll see there's white sand down here, and that sand comes from the Gulf of Mexico. And I sailed it a couple months down in the Gulf of Mexico, out in the ocean. And it did very well. I got a lot of sand in my boat, and I like it so much I just leave it there. It's sort of like a souvenir. But that is Bluefin. The reason it's called Bluefin is because when I was building it, you build a boat like this upside down, of course, but the shape of the curves and everything just reminded me of a bluefin tuna. It actually reminded me of a specific bluefin tuna that was caught by my brother, Jimmy. Jimmy was a sea captain that caught a record bluefin tuna off the coast of Charleston Bay. And so I named this boat Bluefin in memory of my brother, and also to honor the record catch that he had out of Charleston Harbor. Anyway, Bluefin, that is my boat, 100% designed and built. Me and my sons, we built it together with tools, hand tools that were a century old and actually owned by my great-grandfather, who was a carpenter from Sweden who immigrated to America. And we're so glad that he immigrated to America and preserved the trades of my ancestors. So you've seen Bluefin. Why do I support the trades? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the trades gave me my start in life. They give me the opportunity to support myself and to avoid debt while I was an undergraduate. And I still practice the trade today. I'm not perfect at it, but I keep trying and I keep striving for perfection in the trade of my ancestors. But it really is more than that. When you're studying the trades, there are certain lessons that the trades have to teach an individual who practices it. Let me give you an example. An inch is an inch. It doesn't matter who measures it. And the reason that is important is because the carpenter, when he uses a ruler, he appeals to a truth beyond his own experience. We all experience the world through the lens of our own experiences, and therefore we're automatically subject to our own biases. But we appeal to an objective truth, the ruler, for what is true, and to always measure our own successes and failures to something that is beyond ourselves. In the area of politics, it is also very important to appeal to a truth beyond ourselves. Republicans and Democrats, liberals and conservatives have their own point of view, which is necessarily colored by their own experience. But it's only through rational dialogue that we can seek the truth beyond ourselves. And this is one of the main points of my campaign for state senate. We need civil discourse. We need to recognize that no one individual knows the truth, and we must seek it through civil discourse, through individual citizens striving to build a better society together. Thank you.